Feeling good. Well, it's good to see everyone again. You know, we are going to do a basic training, which means we basically try to work on one technique. That's really what the basics is. It was done to kind of systematically build you into the 5 techniques and give you time for your body to absorb it. So today we're going to concentrate on the squatting and the pressing. Okay, so it kind of takes it into a little bit of those 2 techniques. And a basic workout is pretty much like a workshop. All right, I like to consider when learning a new technique like a workshop. So, you know, when we actually learn these things, you take half a day to learn the technique over a 3-day weekend. So they really drilled us on it. So I realized how in-depth the technique is. So I try to give you the benefit of the doubt and treat it as a workshop. And that's the purpose of that one technique deal. As we get into the intermediate, we start putting chains together and some pairing techniques together while still maintaining our fundamentals soundly. Okay, so that's how that works. So anyway, feel free to email me with any questions. But with that being said, let's get started. I think I haven't made any adjustments. So from here, you should be able to see my feet and you should be able to see my fist without any problem, right? Still looking pretty good? All right, good. Now, last time I had people waiting in the waiting room and I missed them. So hopefully we're going to start now because we're at the 7 o'clock hour. Let's get going. Get your feet up underneath you, shoulder width apart, little wider. The elements of what we're doing with the joint mobility, push your feet into the ground. Imagine that pushing into the ground feeling, which activates the legs. From here down, pull your shoulders down, chest slightly open, and from side to side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Back to center, up and down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Back to center, ear to shoulder. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Back to center and trace figure 8s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then reverse it. 1, 2, figure 8s. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good. Come back to center. Keeping those feet pressed into the ground. Come around and press down. 1, 2, 3, and 4. One more. And 5. Lead back with the pinkies. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good. Now roll the shoulders back. Working the shoulders, going back at a time. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Opposite direction. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. Backstroke. Going back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Go forward. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let the arms hang down, relax them out. Now pendulum, side to side. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And figure 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Opposite direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And let the arms hang down side to side. It looks like you guys are getting this thing down. Way to go. Gonna fly away here. And circle. Just roll right into the next one. And opposite direction. It's good to get a pattern you're comfortable with. That way it makes it natural and it's something you just goes into your nervous system. Don't need to change up a lot. Good. And our wrist. Just perfect the things you have. And it takes you a long way. A lot of times in the West, we're obsessed with quantity, when really it's just a little bit you need. Opposite direction. Five, 6, 7, 8, and over and under. Six, 7, 8. Hands come together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And circle. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Reverse it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Push out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let the arms hang down. Good. Heavy hands. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. The arms hang down like that. Very good. Let's go right into our spinal wave. Going back. 2, 3. This is when you get the bones start to pop in. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now I'll go forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Take it easy. 6, 7, and 8. Excellent. Hip rotation. Big hip rotation. Legs are straight. Try to make a circle, not an oval. Nice, smooth circle. You may find that it gets sticking. You may feel a little pain here, or somewhere in that circle, but you try to roll through it. You don't want to like avoid it and get a jerky circle. Just try to find a smooth circle. 5, 6, 7, 8. Reverse it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hula hoop. Sink the knees slightly, soften the knees, and just circle that hip now in the hula hoop. This is when it really starts to show up, a little stiffness in the joints. We're really focused on getting that gua opened up, this area in the hip. Just a critical piece of the whole puzzle. 6, 7, 8. Reverse it. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And come back to center. Bending forward. Now remember, when you bend forward this way, just a reminder, do not just drop forward. You still sit the hips back, okay? So the balance, equal balance, okay? If you just go forward, you're going to go on your toes. So you hit the hips back and then come up and exhale. Breathe in, 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 exhale. Let's do one more. Breathe in, iron cross. Breathe in, exhale. Good. And stand up. All right, time for waist rotation. Very important not to let the knees twist here. So you keep your knees, get back here, you keep your knees straight and do not let them twist as you twist, all right? All right, keep them straight. And go side to side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Keep going. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And raise the knees up. Look over the shoulder. All right, shake that out. Excellent. Let's do Egyptian. Hands out. And rotate. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, and 10. Let the arms hang down. Good. Waist twister. Let's just first go like this. like that. Then we're going to spin the arms. So you're not using the weights, just the arms are relaxing, and they slap just like that. Just thinking of relaxing. Now, go into the waist twister. Keep going. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let the arms relax. Relax that shoulder down. Okay, knee rotation. This is the only way you get to do a little knees, just circle little small circles. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In opposite direction. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Stand up on the right foot, and let's do the ankle. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Reverse. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Other foot. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Reverse. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Raising up on the toes. Raise up and back. Just a dropping. Just takes a little humility because you're just letting it drop, and you want to feel the body vibrate, so your skin moves, okay? So you're not trying to, you're just being humble and letting the body vibrate. Now let the hands come in. As the feet come up and the toes come up. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And let the arms hang down. Excellent. Okay, the pump. Let's do our pump. Downward dog position. Hands and toes. Straddle slightly. And push forward and back. 2 and back. 3 and back. 4 and back. 5 and back. 6 and back. 7 and back. 8 and back. 9 and back. 10 and back. Feet together. Alternating heel toe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And stand up. Woo. All right. Let's get on our backs. Get your mats out. Applaud you guys coming. It's a great thing to come and train. All right, good. We're looking good. Hip bridge. This is like the turning point. Who's going to finish out strong? Everyone start strong. Who's going to finish strong? Okay, on your backs, lift your hips up. Hold them up there for a second. Feel the glutes engage. And let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hips come down. Whew. Push up on the right foot, left foot extended, and pump it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Switch feet. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And hips come down. Let's roll over on our stomachs. Lifting chest and thighs off the ground. And up and down. 2 and down. 3 and down. 4 and down. 5 and down. 6 and down. 7 and down. 8 and down. 9 and down. 10 and down. Cobra up and sit your hips back for child's pose. And breathe. Okay, let's come out of that slowly. And up on your feet. Get yourself some water from that great joint mobility workout. Rejuvenating the feeling. Reflect on the movements. And thank your Savior for ever you've been able to move around, okay? Suppressing. Just to come and do this stuff again. Okay, so we're going to go with the deadlift and halo first. Part of strength stretching. I think everyone's very familiar with that one now. The tools, what you need to do to set up for it. We got my heavy one here. And the light one here. Right? I believe everyone in my video camera today has kettlebells, right? Yeah, everybody's got kettlebell. You have one. You got one dumbbell, okay. That's cool. You know how to use it for the deadlift, right? You only have one, you have no kettlebell? Not yet? All right. Well, as soon as they become available again, make sure you get yourself one. You'll feel the difference. But you're doing good. Okay. I helped a student last week find one on Amazon. It was a hunt, like going hunting, man. It was serious. So she eventually got it, which is good. I'm happy for her. Okay? Deadlift. Step into it. Hinge back. Reach for that bell. Keep that back straight and press through the floor. And midway down. 2. Down. 3. Down. 4. Down. 5. Down. 6. Down. 7. Down. 8. Down. 9. Down. 10. And to the heels. And shake that out. And halo. Bring that kettlebell up to the, clean it up to the chest. One. And 1. 2. And 2. 3. And 3. 4. And 4. 5. And 5. Square it up. Take it down to the heels. Up or step away. And shake that out. This workout is just simple enough, but it gives no excuse not to do it, right? Yeah. Comes out of creating it for myself. No excuses, right? Next one. Deadlift. Step into it. Hinge. Reach. Press to the heels. 1. 2. Hips go back. 3. 4. Push those hips all the way forward. 5. Straighten those legs out. 6. 7. Push through the floor. 8. 9. 10. And back to the deck, to the heels, and up. Step back. Always thinking about rooting, pushing your feet into the ground. Like it just like the ground and your feet are like a tree anchored on the ground. So think of that rooting, as I say, push your feet down. Like a tree rooted to the ground. Okay, clean up the next one. For the halo, light bell. One. 2. 2. 3. 3. 4. 4. 5. 5. Down the body to the heels. Step away. Two and two. Rubber arms, rubber arms. As you push the bell back, it's really not your arms pushing, it's your lats. So your arms are just directing, your lats are pulling it back, okay? So think of that. Ready? From the side. Step into it. Hinge back. Reach. Push to the heels. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, to the heels. Step back. Shake that out. Pushing those feet into the ground. Loosen up that quad. This is all your quad area. See, I'm always doing hip rotations by habit. This area has to remain loose and open. Last set of halos. Clean it up. Zip. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 5. Down the body, to the heels. Down with that exercise. Awesome. Okay. In preparation for a squat, deck squat. I never am 100% consistent with this workshop because there's so many tools that you can utilize to get the body to work. So I introduce new stuff from time to time. But if you've done it, you recognize them, and if you've done it with me long enough, there's only so many different ways you can go just to try to create the cues in your body so that you know you're doing it right. So I'm not there to push you or key you with certain points and pressure, certain touching areas of the body to make the cues right. So you just have to follow as best you can, and you'll be good. If you haven't done the squat press, I think a couple of them, let's see, we've got maybe 3 of you guys. It's Mark, right? It's Mark and Mark. Mark Goodman and Mark with Susan, right? Got it. Okay. All right. Let's start off with the silverback. Let's get some sweat going. Let's open up the spinal area. Continue with the hips. Isometrics. Remember, isometrics increase tendon length and tendon strength. So we always want to think about that. Tendon. Not so much muscle. Tendon. We take it slow. We think long. And we push the movements through the floor. Pushing through the floor as one of our learning tools as you push back to the wall. So the silverback, consider from this angle. Let me move this thing out the way. I'll keep looking at it. Get it way out the way. The hip hinge, right? Hip hinge goes back. This move is critical, right? The hip hinge, hip goes back. The first move is back. Doesn't go nowhere forward at all. Goes totally back. You should almost feel like you're falling backwards. That fear of falling. Just do it a little bit first and go back on your heels and feel the fear of falling backwards, okay? And once you do it a few times, you didn't fall down, all right? So you're beating the fear of falling, okay? It's a facade. If you constrain yourself, you will not fall backwards. So you sit back on the heels enough where you feel yourself tip back, okay? It's like to get to the point where you're actually going to step back, you sit up, raise up the toes, and shoot the butt back to the wall. Do that about 3 more times. Hip hinge back and go backwards, right? Do that a few more times so you actually move the feet backwards. You should stumble backwards. So make sure you got room behind you, okay? All right? That's the hinge. Back on the heels, right? It's like, whoa, going backwards, okay? Now, push back. You're not going to stumble backwards. You're going to keep yourself from falling. So you're going to fight the resistance, but you're going to go back as far as you can without falling, okay? So the hip goes back, and you're going to fight to stand up. Don't fall back. Go back as far as you can without falling and feel the resistance of keeping you stay up. It's actually very exhausting, okay, if you do it right. And then come up. And then shake that out, okay? To get the best effect out of this, push your feet into the ground. Use the ground as your point of rooting, pushing your feet into the ground, pushing your hips back. Now, we're going to take the arms, okay? We're going to hinge the arms. We're going to go back. Then we're going to push the arms high up in the crouch, up to close to the elbows, okay? Just like that. Right around your ulnar bone of your forearm. And you're still keeping that weight on your heels, fighting the urge to fall backwards. And then come up. And when you come up, don't cheat yourself. Push your hips all the way through so you get that extension through the hip flexors. Always working on this quad region of the hips here, okay? Shake that out. All right? Start up. See, after a while, you're almost always falling backwards, so it's just part of the training, which keeps you younger, okay? If you're not challenging yourself constantly, you're always, always keeping yourself up and straight, keeping your hip flexors this way and your weight evenly distributed on your feet instead of on your toes, afraid to move, okay? So we're gonna make you move real good from this class. Hinge back, feet are about shoulder width apart, hinge back, shoot the arms through, and pry open the chest by pushing the arms against the thighs and the thighs against the arms, vice versa, and creating a tension of dynamic tension, okay? And just hold that and let the shoulders sink down into the lats as you sit to your heels. 3, 2, 1, and come up. Push through the floor, stand up, and shake it out. Okay, a little rotation of the hips. Feel the gua opening up, the hips opening up. Okay, there you go. One more, we'll move forward. Like to get that lower back energized, get the tension down there. Your intent's all down in the lower area. We want to think about that. Intent meaning your mind, your thinking of the hips, opening, pushing back. I want you to visualize it and feel it, okay? Last one. From the front. I'm also going to do it from the side. Hinge back, push back, expand here, right? Knees slightly bend, right? Shoot the arms down and push the chest open. The weight's back on the heels and press it against the arms, and the thighs are pressing against the forearms. You hold that. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and come up. And shake that out. Walk it off. Dynamic tension can sometimes make you feel a little lightheaded, so walk it off until your equilibrium comes back. Lightheadedness goes away. If it doesn't, lean against the wall until it comes back, okay? Don't just sit down if you can help yourself. Okay, if you have the heavy kettlebell or you have something heavy, which is basically whatever kettlebell you have, you're going to put it in front of you. So you're working on this quad region. You're going to straddle about 2 times the width of your legs, okay, of your previous stance. So you're about 2 times the width now of your shoulders. You're going to do the hinge back. You're going to feel a little more stretching going on in there, okay, because your legs are further apart. So you just don't, if you just flop down, it's going to hurt, okay? So you just don't, that's not what we want, okay? We want to pull ourselves into it, and you're going to feel where your sticking points are, okay? You're going to feel that stretching in that area around the hip joints, okay? So you got to pull yourself into it. All right, so just to feel it, a little wider apart, hinge back, pull yourself back, same thing, and push the arms through. And now, with your legs that further apart, press them against the forearm as you press the forearm against the thigh. And you're going to feel a little more joints are in play here, okay? A little more ligaments are involved because your legs are wider apart. And 5, 4, 3, keep that weight on the heels, 2, and 1, and come up. You'll find you can't actually push through here because of the distance of the legs, but try to press through to get a little more stretching through the hips, okay? And then come together. If you had hip surgery, this is a good one for getting that mobility back in those tendons, okay? That have gotten tight and closed up around there. Got to do it slow so your nervous system doesn't panic. All right? Now we're going to go from here. Same thing, legs 2 times the width. You're going to hinge back. You're going to put your hands on top of the kettlebell, okay? Kind of leaning forward. All right? And from here, you're going to shift the weight back. You're always shifting the weight back, right? The fear of falling, but don't fall because I'm not there to catch you. The kettlebell is not heavy, it won't help you, so you want to balance out a little bit, but keep the weight shifted to the back. And now just go side to side, just like this. You're pushing off one foot and pushing off the side of the other foot. Try not to let the knees go past the toes. You're just doing a small little movement here. And you want to straighten that leg that's pushing through. Straighten this side, then push through to the other side, and keep the shoulders and hips at the same height. Don't let them go up and down. They're not going like a yo-yo up and down. You're keeping flat, straight line, flat line, pushing through. And 5, 4, 3, keep that weight on the heels, 2, and 1. Push it through, come back to the middle, hinge up, try to push the hips through, and come together and shake it out. Okay. All right, squatting, this is what gets compromised in squatting, okay? Fear of falling and tight areas in the quad, right? So if you don't get these areas broken up a little bit or come back to some mobility in this region, the squat is going to go to the knees, right? And I don't like to have the squat go to the knees. It's not good because we're not squatting the knees. You'll find that I don't do a lot of the lunge type training exercises because most folks are tight in here and it's just not good for them to be able to, you know, it takes a while. So I take everything slow. So this class is methodically slow for that reason. So now for the squat, you can go with your light bell. A heavy bell is fine. I'm going to go with my 36 kg, 35 pounder, 16 kg, 35 pounder. What you're going to do is you're going to put it in this position. This is called the Goblet Squat. Goblet, just what it sounds like. Knights at the round table, goblet squat. You see I'm holding it like this. Same thing we used to do when previous classes, we clean it up, just like this, okay? That's the goblet squat position. Elbows are down. If you can hold it, if your elbows and forearms can be straight up and down like this is what you want. This is the starting position. If you're really flexible, they will stay here. But most folks, like Pavel and a couple of the guys from the RKC, can keep their arms pretty much right here as they squat. Their body is perfectly straight up and down. Normal folks, okay, like myself, you have to go back and your elbows are going to come out slightly and come to the knees like that, okay? Your focus is on the baseboard in front of you, and you're going to set it down and stand up, okay? That's all we're going to do right now. Now, the squat is not exactly a hinge, okay? Not like the squat is aiming towards like a curb on the street, right? So it's not a hinge like the swing. It's like aiming backwards to the curb on the street. It's actually a little more challenging because your weight is all on the back of your heels like that. So the kettlebell is almost like a counterbalance. So you sit back like that to this. The object is to keep the chest up as much as possible, but you don't want the knees to go this way, right? This is the fear of falling plus your flexibility, force the knees to go up. That hurts the knees. You want to go back like here, and you'll see, observe, you go back. You notice that first thing goes is the hips about to sit on that curb, just like that. You want to put it down and come up. That's what we're going to do, okay? You got to fight the resistance to fall, but you got to sit back, okay? So let's try it a few times. Clean it up, double clean up. And breathe in, come down, up. Put the bell down, come up. Clean it up, double clean. Go down, bell down, come up. When you put the bell down, I want you to feel like you're going backwards, falling backwards, all right? And putting the bell down is kind of balancing you out, all right? Squat, clean it up, clean up. Go down on the heels, put it on the floor, and step back. You should fall back slightly as you come up, okay? Try that a few times as I watch to see if you got it. 3 times on your own. It's like a negative. You put it down and come up. Putting it down on the floor is actually more challenging than it looks. You should feel yourself, that's it. You should feel yourself almost falling backwards. That's it, Linda. Good. There you go. That's it, Susan. Fall backwards. That's it. Good. That's it. You almost feel yourself going backwards once you stand up. That weight is shifting backwards. The next round we're going to do, we're not going to let the kettlebell release. We're going to hang on to it. All right, shake that out. Next one. You're going to squat, clean it up. You're going to descend to the curb, touch the elbows, and push up. Take a breath into the nose, descend to the curb, press up. Push up through the floor. Descend, press up, okay? 3 times, then on the deck. I'll do it with you. Ready. Clean it up, 2 hand up. Descend. Touch the elbows and push through the heels. Descend. Excellent. Descend. And on the deck. Shake it out. Get some water. Now, because of all the different levels of athleticism and flexibility and everything else, all the different levels, things that are acceptable and things that are not, okay? If you have to go this way, if you squat and your knees are extremely difficult, you have issues with the knees you're concerned with, you can slightly bend, and you can bend from the hip, okay? And the chest can lean this way as long as the hips are back and the weight is on the heels, okay? That's the most important thing. So you can stay here pretty much for hours, but the weight's on the heels and you're not hurting anything, all right? As long as your back is straight. What is not acceptable is the back bending like this while under load with the weight, okay? So the back has to be straight, but it can be bent forward because you're still working on the quad as the weight is shifting to the back of the heels, okay? So I notice everyone's different issues there, so that's how that goes. 3 more. Clean it up, 2 hand clean up. These should be a little better. Breathe in, come down. I'm going to go a little lower here just to show you range of motion. Bells out and push up. 2, go down. Push up. 3, down. And on the deck. Okay. If you have good flexibility and you can go butt the floor, deck squat, that's good as long as you're not just sitting there stretching, okay? That's a different exercise. What I mean is that if you can go here and you can hinge back, sit to the curb, and get yourself down like this, okay? Your upper body is pretty straight. I'm not just relaxing here. I'm pushing through the floor. I'm creating resistance, okay? Breathe in, and come up, okay? Now, if I just sit there and not keep resistance, that's a different type of stretch. But we're trying to lengthen and strengthen the tendons, okay? So let's do 3 more like that. So what you saw what I did, you can try to do that if you can do that. The knees have to, shins want to be as vertical as possible. I'll do it from the front this time. Start straight, hips stretch, and tent. Focusing the feet into the ground. Visualize the rooting and balance. Double clean it up. Aim and sit to the curve. And up. 2, breathe in. 3, breathe in. and down. Walk it off. Now you should start to feel a little more like this, okay? Relax, rubber arms. So, little workout, how does, just put it all together. Two-hand clean, deck squat. Two hands clean, goblet squat, okay? Doesn't mean we go faster, we're just gonna be putting it together. So what it looks like is, I'll do a few from the front. You're gonna hinge, right? Double clean it up. Down. Back up. Down. Back up. So it's gonna go like that. Set of 3. Okay? Don't rush. If you feel yourself aborting, if you feel trouble occurring, and you get to this position, and it's happened to a lot of people, you get here, and you lose your balance, you're gonna have to go this way. Kettlebell goes one way, you go the other way, okay? Do not take the kettlebell back with you, all right? Okay? So ready? Set the mind right, the intent, feet into the ground. Hinge, double clean, squat. Double clean, squat. Double clean, squat. And on the deck. Do a few more times. Shake that out. Squatting has a lot of, makes the heart beat pretty quick. It's deceptively powerful for generating energy in the heart. So make sure the move is simple, but the heart is working. So learn to feel your pulse, heart rate, dropping back down. That goes with your breathing. Breathe in. You can also do some relaxing exercises just to make sure the heart rate is coming back down. If it keeps going up after we stopped, you need to back off for a moment, okay? You should feel it coming back down. Again, 2 more times. Double clean. Squat. Up. Double clean. Squat. Up. Double clean. Squat. Up. On the deck. It starts to get simpler, right? As the hips start to relax and open up. Feel a little more movement in that area. That's 2 times. Let's get a total of 5. 3 more times. Ready? Set. Hinge back. Double clean. Deck squat. Goblet squat. Sit. Double clean. Squat. Sit. Double clean. Squat. Sit. On the deck. – 2 more and we call it evening. And aren't you glad you came tonight? Awesome. Again, two more sets. The intent, the mind is very important. Set your breath pattern, sink your feet in, relax the shoulders, hinge back, double clean, squat, double clean, squat, double clean, squat, on the deck. One more to go. Shake that out. Keep the numbers with 3 to 5. You can always do as many sets as you want, but keep the numbers low, 3 to 5. And make sure you get good rest, recover between each one. Last set. Watch your form, watch your hip action, sit back to the curve. Start erect, feet push into the ground, rooting, hinge back, double clean, squat, double clean, squat, double clean, squat, on the deck. Hands come down. Let them hang. Cobra stretch. Ah, yes. Feels like laying on a blanket. Push the heel of the palms into the deck, rooting again. Pushing the shoulders down, extending the other shoulders, extension, and lengthening the spine. Pushing the head up and the feet back, lengthening. So it's a very energetic position. Now from here, we're going to close this down. Hinge back, keeping that back nice and straight. Don't round it out. Sitting back in modified child's pose. If you can sit on the insteps of your feet, that's good. As your toes point backwards, the ankles are stretching there. And for this meditation, it's good to think when you breathe in through the nose, feel the body expand from the inside, and exhale. And I'm just going to run through the meditation real quick with you. Start from the abdomen, breathe in. Go all the way down to the lower dantian, lower abdomen region. It's the first breath. And then exhale it out through the mouth. And the second breath comes in again. You go to the middle dantian, which is the middle of the chest. And exhale. Now go to the upper chest. Breathe in. And exhale. Last breath, bring it in. Let it feel the body. As you bring in, feel everything expand. Your legs, like the breath just filled you up like a tube of water. Your balloon inside, you're all expanding. Your tendons have expanded. Everything is expanded. You're full of air from your fingertips to your toes. Then exhale. All right. Excellent. Come out of that slowly. All right, guys. Held you over a few minutes, but good job today, okay? Whew. You ought to feel loosened and relaxed. Good job, guys.